November, the first service we had in November, I stood on this altar and I told you that P2P will win, but they will not announce it. How many of you remember that? I said they will not announce it. They announced their man, the Muslim man. And we have been praying that God will change their mind. How many of you remember we've been praying? I am not happy because many of the believers don't understand spiritual things. One of my dear sons called me and he said, I and my friends, we are in my sitting room now. I didn't know he betted. You know what they call betting? He betted 5 million naira. You know all these big men. That Pastor Larry said that P2P will win. So him and his friend, who he has been bringing to church and watching my program, boldly betted 5 million, 12 of them, that's 60 million. And they chopped their money. So he called me and said, both you and your God, get out. I don't want to see you again. And I'm angry because many people don't understand. Do you know, as you come to church like this, some people come here and drop their body for me and travel. Their ears and their understanding don't come to church. Are you getting? You say I should explain. I'm explaining. People who come to church and they will leave their body and travel, they won't want to hear what the Lord is saying. I told them to find him our link on social media. I should go and listen. I am angry because the spirit of so many people, it's down. Many people are discouraged. Why would God allow this to happen? If you are truthful, you know are you not discouraged? Many people, yes. If you know what has been coming from this altar, you are not supposed to be discouraged. Because God told us since November, we already know 5 months ago in this church what God said. And I repeated it on crossover night. How many of you remember? Crossover night, I repeated it. And I've been saying it. Let's pray. Let's pray. Let's pray. But let me tell you something. Maybe in the second service I'll have time to talk about this. Today is what? What? 5th of March. This is what you people should be praying for now. The next phase of this prophecy, I want to talk to you about it. We are going to see strategic partial if care is not taking full jihad. You are going to see partial if care is not taking full jihad in Nigeria. Come on. That's the next phase of where this thing is going to trickle and trickle, and if we don't pray. Why? Because this is not election. This is jihad. Because anybody in his right senses will know that P2P won. There's no this about it. Now, why did they close their eyes in the midst of all the evidences and did what they did? Let me give you a proof. Those of us have lived from 50 years up. Those of us have been like 50 years up in this nation. Who is that president that they will say he has won and give his certificate of return to make a speech and he will come and shout, Allah, come on. Do you know the meaning of that? Allah be praised. We have done it. That statement is a statement they make when they win a war and they are ready to launch attack. No president have ever done that. It's to tell you that it is not. See how the Arab world are congratulating him. And before then, one of the governors in the north gathered all the imam, chief imam, and those clerics that are coming, sponsored them in the north, and sat them down, camped them, and told them, lectured them about jihad. that this is jihad. What I'm telling you, you can verify it. I'm just giving you proof. Remember what I prophesied? I'm telling you why you should not be discouraged. You should just fire on with prayer. Because prayer may not be answered today, it will be answered tomorrow. Everything you say to the ear of God, He will hear. And His word does not return unto Him void. So we keep praying. We can't stop. We can't stop praying. The answers will come when God has fixed them to come. It will come. But the one who don't pray for, the answers will be in against us. It will be in their favor. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying now. So you are going to see signs. The signs you're going to see will be abandoned trailers here and there. Most of those trailers are going to be escorted by heavily guarded force people. What is there in ammunition? You are going to see it happen here and there. You are going to see it. I told you that P2B will get to court. And that is what you are going to see. Before you go, why will he go to court? Before you go to court, you will be picked up. Why will he be picked up? Because there are pockets of protest here and there. And because there are protests here and there, the Muslims are uniting, saying that this is a Muslim fight. They are fighting us because we are Muslim. Muslim ticket. That's a Christian. That is what you see that is playing out. So I want you to pray against it. Pray against it. And there is a section of number 1, INEC officers. Number 2, the ad hoc staff of INEC. That's number 1 portion. Number 2, a sect of military men, the forces. That's number 2. Number 3, a set of individuals. We are going to see these people. They are going to rise up and God will use them to do a wonderful, powerful part. Individuals I'm talking about are politicians who will say the truth, who will not be afraid of anybody. The judiciary will be so empowered that they will be looking at the president-elect and be talking to him. It will end in Tinubu. If he is going to survive the attacks, he will end in jail. Write what I'm telling you down. It's a process. It's a process. Just watch what I'm telling you. In the next 180 days, substantial part of what I've been telling you will unfold and all of you will see it with your eyes. So this is not the time to be discouraged. It's a time to fight. Maybe the second service, I'll have time to say some things to you. But because we don't have time, I don't want to make it a prophecy kind of thing. Today is for me to anoint you with the oil of joy. But what I'm advising you to do is to make sure you pray. In the market, pray and watch. In the taxi, pray and watch. In your houses, when it's getting dark in the evening, go home on time. And if you're coming out, listen before you come out. Monitor environment. That's why the Bible said be vigilant. Jesus told them that they should be vigilant so that they don't fall into temptation. He told them the hour has come when the Son of Man is going to be what? Arrested. Be careful. Well, sure, they will pick him up. They will pick P2B because they will indict him that he's the one trying to stir up the pockets of protests. Because we've not seen protests. Protests are going to come. There'll be more pockets of protests here and there.